time. Joining us now, Mississippi's music and cultural ambassador, host of In a Mississippi Minute on your favorite radio network, SuperTalk, Mr. Ambassador Steve Azar joins us. How you doing this morning, man?
Hey, Dave. I have a new song, and it's one of the first ones I've written that hadn't been about Mississippi in a while.
Well, it is about Mississippi, and let me explain my take on that, because that was it that was playing in for the bumper music. Killin' It Killin Me is the name of the song, and boy, I don't think there's anybody in Mississippi that won't identify with that song and the message behind it.
Wow, I appreciate that. You know, I think people are taking me literal. Like I got this post from some guy that said, "I'm 8 years sober. How about you?" And I said, No, I'm good. I just wrote it, you know. So I think people are taking it all literal. I'm sorry that you. Anyway, it's been heavy on my mind a little bit. You know, it's funny, Dave. That sort of, I wrote a series of songs in 2008 that were when we obviously went through the bank, the mortgage crash and all that, and I saw a lot of my friends who were doing so well and were so focused on work that they just weren't thinking about anything that truly mattered in their life. And when they found themselves in financial trouble, they woke up to nothing in their life, nothing, because they had let it all slide, their family, their, the things that matter. And that kind of, I wrote some things to it, but then, just watching it all over again, I had some more friends who at all costs, and I mean all costs, have killed it. But while they were killing it, it was killing them, and that was the message. So I finally wrote it. It wrote itself pretty quick once I did it, but I think that it's been like probably almost 20 years in the making. And, sometimes I don't know what gets me to write. I walked by the piano one day, me and the piano crossed eyes, and I sat down, and it just came out. So it's doing real good. I think it's about 30,000 views on YouTube in about 4 or 5 days, 6 days. So it's starting to roll there. And so we got a music video to it and everything. And we're going to do a little push. So we'll see how she goes in this day and age of the music business. It's
going to go great, boy. At this day and age in the music business, we could do a whole show on that, Steve.
Yeah,
but
we could.
I want to go back to something you said just a second ago, that I think some people get mixed up, especially in today's culture, because everything has shifted in terms of the perception of everyone on planet Earth, thanks to the internet, social media, the celebrity culture, everything else. Just because you create something doesn't mean it's all from personal experience. The fact that people think it does is a huge compliment to your ability as a songwriter and a performer, I think. Do you see it that way?
Sure, absolutely. And if I can't tap into what I'm seeing around me, and when it comes from me, paying attention, I've always paid attention to what's going on around me. When I was a kid, when I started writing songs at the age of 11, it was almost like a curse. I couldn't have a conversation with anybody. I couldn't do anything without going like, could that be a song? As you mature and you start to be patient in your life, and the reason you become patient is because you get to a point maybe where you can afford to, and you also become wiser. Like, just don't force that out today. Let's sort of let things happen. I have been blessed to be able to afford to let them come to me now, and so with that said, I'm grateful for that, and I can think about all the ones that I did have to fight for, and getting the words out and the melodies that were right and all that. But yeah, look, I've been so blessed that the song is the opposite of me. Well, some of it's probably true. Look, we feel invincible at some point in our lives. We feel like that this life is forever, and we feel like nothing can stop us. And sometimes you have to have that invincible, go in there invincible and naive enough to accomplish things in life. And so that's a good thing. And you want to be confident and all that, but the one thing that I've always known, when times were tough, and in our business, times get tough. And I know in a lot of folks' businesses that are listening right now, times get tough. And, man, the one beautiful thing that I've always been able to rely on is my faith and my wife and my family. And no matter what, that's always been there, no matter what. And so I think that it was also a tribute to that, and Gwen and my kids and my faith for God above. And I just think that I've been a witness to it, and I'm grateful that I haven't fallen into the trap of being that person left with nothing when it was all said and done after you have killed it. So anyway, that was sort of the premise.
That's a great message, though, because everything that you just named, your family, your wife, your kids, your faith, all of that, you can throw all of that away completely in pursuit of something that's never going to last, no matter how hard you work at it.
Yeah, you can't. What do they say? You can't take it with you.
Oh yeah, no,
take it with you.
No.
And hey, Dave, as you and I start making our way into the Beyond Wonder years, on extra large Beyond Wonder years, and the rearview mirror starts looking miles and miles and miles and years back, you realize that those things that is the truth. Yeah.
Steve and I are one step away from sitting on the front porch of the home swapping stories. You realize that, right? That's what it sounds like anyway.
Don't get me started. Don't get me. You know, you hadn't been on a Mississippi Minute yet. That's the front porch for me. So anytime you're ready, come on.
Oh, yeah, we'll do it. I'd love to do that. That'd be great. It'll be one of those multi-episode interviews because once we get started, it's never going to end. You know that just as well as I do.
Mississippi month. You and I have a Mississippi month. It'll be good.
I love it. Mississippi month. We'll take weekends off. Don't worry. But you've got the song out. It's doing great, but you got something else coming up that I want to make sure that we get in and talk about as well. The Delta Soul Golf Tournament's coming up again, isn't it?
The 14th annual. And it's funny, they were making a joke, the girls today, that run the show really, and they said Friday the 13th is the night of the big night. We're going to have Jason Voorhees show up to entertain. It's our 14th, and you guys have been just such a great partner, and it's just been awesome. I mean, we've done a lot of good, and it's been the most rewarding thing, and it's been rewarding to be thanked. You know, I'm one of many in our foundation. And I get credit, but the credit belongs to the volunteers. And I know I sound like a broken record, and our sponsors and our celebrities that come in every year, and it's awesome. This year we got some new celebrities because I've had Mark and Dean, of course, from Hootie and the Blowfish have been here multiple years, but Sony, who I've written songs with, has never been here. Sony he's the drummer, and he played soccer at South Carolina, and he's been coaching all of his kids, and he's finally an empty nester. He calls me and said him and his wife Laura are coming. So it's the first time we've got Cliff Levingston. Remember, he won two world championships with the Chicago Bulls with Jordan. He's coming, him and his wife, and even Jake Coker. I know a lot of our Mississippi fans are going to go, no way. He is the greatest guy, Alabama quarterback, I think 2015 national championship. Really good guy. Met him through Pearl River Resort, doing some stuff last week there. And I said, Jake, you got to come to Greenville. You're going to fit in so well, and he's coming. So we got a lot of folks, and obviously looking forward to it. I'm going to be tired. I just want you to know that I have to be up late with everybody, and I have to get up early with everybody. And after 3 days, I get text messages from most of them saying, lose my number, forget my name. Like they blame me for all the stuff that they put in their bodies. It's not my fault. You know?
No, you just opened the door. It's all on them at that point, right?
It's the funniest thing. But, no, I really appreciate everybody. It's been wonderful. And obviously for all the beneficiaries that our foundation supports, just watching them thank us. It's so beautiful. And giving them opportunities to flourish in the arts. You know, Mississippi, man, we're the arts and we're agriculture, and we got that river and we got that Gulf Coast, and we've got the hills of Mississippi, and we've got the pines and everything else I've written about in our state song. But the bottom line is it's a special place, and we are lifting up our Greenville and our community here, and a lot of vendors, a lot of people, you know, get to benefit from that, the economic side. And so to see that part play in as well, which is something I never knew about, until somebody told me that hotel
Steve,
rooms and
Steve,
I
hate to break in. We're up against the hard break. Can you hang on through the break? Because I'm going to let you finish.
I'm sorry.
Steve Azar, never apologize for being Steve Azar. It's a wonderful thing. We'll continue with him on middays in the Element Wealth Studios right after this. Keep it here. Studios, Steve Azar here with us, and I'm sorry I had to interrupt you in the middle of talking about the Delta and the golf tournament, and I wanted to make sure you had a chance to finish. So let's get back to where we were, but I want to start with a question, though. The golf tournament, how has that grown over the 14 years you've been doing it?
Well, it's grown. It's gotten, I hate to say this, but in a good way, it's gotten easier as far as folks coming. Well, I think they are coming in from 22 states this year. I could be wrong.
Wow.
I think that's been the number sort of consistently. To me, growth is also measured in, do people come back? So when you get the same folks coming from all around the country and they want to come back to our Mississippi and they get to know our people and they get to become friends with them, I just think that that's been such the extra, the icing on the cake, cherry on top, whatever you call it. I mean, it's just been beautiful to watch. So, I mean, look, a perfect example is, first of all, it's grown. Second of all, we can only get so big. It can only be so big, and I think that we're probably pretty much there. Now we figure out how to raise more money. We're at a point now where we're getting to put give to everybody that we are giving to and been giving to, and new people, and we feel good about that. And put money back when Gwen and I are no longer here. And if nobody's doing this, we can keep giving without us being here. So that's been the next step. We took us a minute to get there, but we're getting there now, and we're taking care of that, which is important. But also, the perfect example, the most beautiful thing is this. This is the relationships I love seeing. I was a celebrity guest, always Monday after the Masters. It was another year with Darius and all the guys. And we go do this event the day after the Masters in South Carolina. And I'm the celebrity guest for a team, and they're dressed in all Kentucky blue. And I know it's Kentucky. Their golf grips are Kentucky, and I know the difference between Duke and Kentucky blue. I kept going up to them in the beginning. Hey, I'm Steve Azar. Oh, I don't have to be me. We love waiting on Joe. It's great to have you. I said, you guys are big Duke fans, huh? And it was not Duke, and I knew it. And so I wore them out for about 3 holes, and they to the point where it got uncomfortable, and I said, guys, I'm messing with you. So that night, I dedicated I Don't Have to Be Me on Monday with playing with the Blowfish and us to them, and they ended up coming to the Delta Soul. So when they come to Delta Soul, it was the first year Marshall Henderson had ever been here, and they used to talk about how they hated him because he stepped all over him at Romp Arena, right? That guy Marshall Henderson, and so when they saw him, they go, why is he here? And I said, not only is he here, but he's your celebrity guest, and they said, we're never coming back. Not only have they come back every year and been incredible donors, they were at Marshall's wedding in Dallas. They have been to everything. Marshall's had them on the field at Ole Miss and football games. They are all best friends now. And I think that's the coolest thing is to watch how a relationship can go from hate to love, because of sports and stuff. But that's what the Delta Soul has also done is, we don't have velvet ropes. Everybody's inside the ropes. If you're a sponsor or you're a celebrity guest, you're all, to me, I mean, come on, sponsors are every bit as important as a celebrity to me. We can't have the event without them. So it's been great. It's been great. A lot of great stories.
And that's a beautiful story, and it underlines a couple of things. Number one, Mississippi and things that go on in Mississippi, done by Mississippians, that's important, can impact people all over the country, and they do. But you've got to get through and work past all the misconceptions. I do that on a regular basis, talking to people I know all over the country. Sure. They have this mental image of what Mississippi is, and they are so wrong almost every single time.
Yeah, way wrong. I'm going to give you a good example. I did my 85th show, my resident gig, which Viking Cruise Line calls it Steve Azar's Mississippi. And we have people from all over the country, all over the world, 400 people each time. And I get to do my Mississippi songs with some hits. Of course, the state song is The Glue. And I'm telling you, the first day we ever did it, one of the men came up to me, and he was in tears. And he said, to think that I had to travel all the way to Mississippi to rediscover America. And then even yesterday, somebody goes, this is not the Mississippi that I've been told about. It's my first time here, and this is the most beautiful place I think I've ever been to. The way you guys love it, and da-da-da. She goes, I am coming back. We have heard this so many times. My celebrities that come in, Reggie Smith, one of the greatest baseball players ever, he doesn't come in on Thursday when he's supposed to. He comes in on Monday. He says, I'm going fishing in Grenada Lake before I get to your event, him and his wife Rose. I mean, this is what happens. We get everybody in for way more days, which makes me more tired, by the way. But I'm taking one for the state every time because I believe in us, you know, and I know that there's something special. I've traveled. I've played every arena in the country, every, you know, state, played around the world, and there's something about home here in Mississippi that everybody should really be proud of because there is a sense of place here, and we are the birthplace of America's music. There's so much here, but we're full of people that give a damn. We people that care for each other. And the hospitality, we are the hospitality state, and we deserve that name because I don't think there's any better people in the world. And I'm grateful that I got to learn to write songs because of Mississippi. And I'm just and the Delta Soul, it couldn't happen anywhere else with our foundation except here in Mississippi. And, you know, it's just a beautiful thing. And I'm getting a little verklempt. I'm a little, I love this place. And I want everybody to love it this weekend. When you're going into the weekend, think about all the beauty and travel Mississippi and soak it in.
I've been saying this. I've said this several times, and I'm going to say it again. I want you to get a map. If you've got a day free on the weekend, I want you to get the map of Mississippi and find some place you've never been and go there. Yeah. I don't care where it is. I don't care what it is. There are so many things to do and so many things to see just inside the state of Mississippi. You can't go wrong. Just pick any place on the map and go, I wonder what that looks like. Go find out.
Hey, go to visitmississippi.org and follow the Blues Trail markers. It'll take you to Liverpool, but it's so many here. And in Mississippi and surrounding areas, and the country music trail markers and all that. The Freedom Trail, the Writers Trail. I mean, they've done such a great job, and I'm blessed to be on the country music trail. Trust me, it's so cool to go down to Jim's Cafe and see it where it is, where the Waiting on Joe video was shot, and a place that I grew up playing music on that street. And anyway, long story short, there is follow the trails, and you will be amazed at the history that's been made in this great place. It's hallowed ground. I always call it hallowed ground. We call Mississippi. Beautiful, beautiful. And the
best part about it is if you're paying attention when you go down those trails and you see all these things and you see the history and you see all the people that have made such an impact, and I'm including you in that, Steve, and shut up, quit being humble. But when you see all of that, make sure you break off a little part of your mind to think, I could be the next one to make an impact.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you.
Take some inspiration from it.
Yeah, I'm totally inspired by it. I'm totally inspired by our people, and it's been awesome. And, I mean, I'm so grateful. I'm never going to catch up. I always say it. I'll never catch up paying Mississippi back for what it gave me, this career of getting to make music and write songs. And it's just been so special.
Well, we're talking to a man that is going to be exhausted in just a little bit after the Delta Soul finishes. But you know what? It's a different kind of tired. It's a different type of exhaustion when you're exhausted from doing something good for a good cause, isn't it?
I usually call it, it's so funny you say that. I say it's a good tired. You just said it's a different kind of tired. But you're right. If there's a such thing, it is. But I'm still going to be in a coma on Sunday from lack of sleep. So I want you to know that. So, but no, you're right. It's going to be a good thing. And as long as the good Lord gives us the strength to keep putting this thing on, we're just going to keep doing it.
Oh, you're doing a fantastic job with that and with everything else. And I know you have absolutely nothing on your schedule from day to day, so I'm glad you found some time to come and talk to us. Always enjoy talking to you, man.
Love you guys. I can't thank y'all enough for all the love y'all give me. It's the best.
Well, we don't give anything. We're just paying what's earned. That's all we're doing. And you have earned it, my friend. You have earned it. So just keep up the good work. And if you could, just, kind of pick up the pace on the new songs. That would be great.
You got it. I'll start writing more. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you slacker. Come on. All you're doing is running a highly successful golf tournament, ambassadoring for the state all over the country, and putting out new music, and I got to be upset about it. I don't know.
Quality over quantity at this point.
Yeah, well, that's important. You know what amazes me? We get to talking, and every time we get to talking, you say something, and there's another 20-minute segment we could do every time, because we could go into that, but we'll do that some other time. Don't you worry.
Got it. Give Rhino a hug in there. I know he's working hard.
Rhino?
Yeah.
Hug.
There's the hug, Rhino. Later on, y'all have a great weekend, guys.
See you, Steve. Steve Azar New song out, Killin It Killin Me. Oh, that's a great song. It really is. And the Delta Soul Golf Tournament coming up as well. We continue in the Element Well Studios on middays right after